Do you ever feel like you are trying so hard to improve your English, but nothing is changing?
You watch videos, you memorize words, you save grammar posts, but when it's time to speak, your mind goes blank.
If that sounds like you are not alone.
And here's the truth. You don't need to study for 3 hours every day. You don't need to live in America. You don't need a native speaker next to you.
What you actually need are small, smart, repeatable daily habits.
Habits that fit into your real life, even if you're busy, even if you're shy, even if nobody around you speaks English.
By the end of this episode, you'll have a clear daily system, a simple plan that helps you speak more naturally, without translating, without freezing.
So stay with us, because this might completely change how you learn English.
Let's start with something important. The biggest mistake learners make is believing English is only grammar and vocabulary lists.
Grammar is useful. Vocabulary is important. But fluency? Fluency comes from using English.
Think about a child learning their first language. Do they study grammar books? No, they listen, they copy, they repeat, they try.
And slowly, naturally, they become fluent.
That's exactly how you should approach English.
So let's begin with the foundation. Step 1. Listen every day.
If you want to speak well, you must train your ears first.
And maybe you're thinking, but I don't understand everything.
Good. You don't need to. Listening is not about 100% understanding. It's about training your brain to recognize patterns.
The rhythm, the music, the natural flow.
Start with things you enjoy. Short podcasts, YouTube videos, songs, news for learners.
10 minutes a day, 15 at most. That's enough.
Consistency beats intensity.
Now, here's where many people stop. They listen, but they don't speak.
That's why step 3 is powerful. Shadowing.
Shadowing means you repeat what you hear immediately. Same speed, same tone, same rhythm.
Let's try now. Repeat after me. I practice English every day.
Again, I practice English every day.
I speak with confidence.
Again, I speak with confidence.
Shadowing helps me sound natural.
Again, shadowing helps me sound natural.
At first, it feels strange. That's normal. Your brain is building new pathways.
5 minutes of shadowing daily can change your fluency completely.
And this leads us to something deeper. Because even if you listen and even if you shadow, there's one big barrier left.
Translation.
Exactly. You think in your language, then translate, then speak. And by then, the conversation has moved on.
So step 3 is simple. Start thinking in English.
Start small, very small. It's morning. I need coffee. I feel tired.
The weather is nice. I am hungry. I need to work.
At first, it feels slow, but slowly your brain stops translating.
And when that happens, speaking becomes easier,
Faster.
more natural.
And we're not done yet, because there's another powerful habit that most learners ignore. And this one changes everything. Reading aloud.
Reading aloud? Not just reading quietly?
Not quietly, out loud, because your brain can understand something, but your mouth might not know how to say it.
That's true. Sometimes I understand a sentence perfectly, but when I try to say it, it feels stuck.
Exactly. Fluency is not only knowledge, it's coordination. Brain, mouth, confidence.
Can I tell a quick story?
Please do.
A few years ago, I met someone online who spoke English fluently, and I thought, I'll just speak naturally. But when I turned on the microphone, my voice started shaking. I knew the words, but my mouth felt slow, heavy.
What happened?
I realized something. I had been learning silently. watching, reading, saving notes, but I wasn't training my speaking muscles.
And that's the missing piece for many learners listening right now.
So I started reading aloud every day. 5 minutes. That's it. At first, it felt awkward. But after 2 weeks, my voice sounded smoother, stronger.
That's the power of repetition, not motivation. Repetition.
And here's something important. When you hear your own voice improving, you stop feeling like an imposter.
Confidence begins quietly, not loudly.
But let's go deeper, because reading aloud is powerful, but something even bigger changes your fluency: living with English.
Not studying, living.
Let me tell you about someone, a student who messaged us. She said, "I've been learning English for 5 years, but I still freeze."
5 years is a long time.
Yes. So we asked her one question: where does English exist in your daily life?
And what did she say?
In my notebook. That's it.
English cannot live only in your notebook. It must enter your environment.
So we gave her a challenge. Change your phone language. Write 3 sentences every night. Record 1 minute of speaking daily. Watch 1 short video and repeat it.
No grammar drills, no long vocabulary lists.
3 months later, she sent us a voice message, and her voice was different. Clearer, more relaxed.
What changed?
English became normal for her. Not special, not scary, just normal.
Fluency begins when English feels normal.
Not when it feels impressive, not when it feels perfect, when it feels ordinary.
So here's the daily system expanded. Morning, 10 minutes listening while walking or cooking.
Afternoon, 5 minutes shadowing 1 short clip.
Evening, read aloud for 5 minutes.
Before bed, write 3 simple sentences.
And once a week, have a small conversation, even if it's just with yourself.
Because here's the truth. Nobody becomes fluent by accident, but nobody needs to suffer either.
Small daily actions. That's the secret.
And maybe right now you're thinking, I don't have time.
You don't need time, you need structure.
10 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Tiny daily bricks.
And brick by brick, you build fluency.
But we're going to talk about something deeper next, because habits are powerful, but mindset controls habits.
And that's where many learners struggle. Not with grammar, not with vocabulary, but with their own mind.
Yes, the real enemy is not English. It's procrastination, fear, comparison.
Let's talk about procrastination first, because almost everyone listening right now has said this sentence: I'll start tomorrow.
Ah, yes. Tomorrow is very busy. Always busy.
Tomorrow is the most productive day in the world because nobody actually starts.
Why do we do that? Why do we delay something we actually want?
Because starting feels uncomfortable. Not doing feels safe.
Safe, but stuck.
Exactly. Let me tell you about someone, a learner who wrote to us. He said, I've been planning to improve my English for 2 years.
Planning?
Yes, watching motivational videos, buying courses, saving vocabulary lists, but not practicing daily.
That hurts. Because planning feels productive, but it's not practice.
Yes, planning is comfortable. Practice is uncomfortable.
So how do we break procrastination?
We make starting easier than avoiding. Not big goals, tiny triggers.
Explain that.
If your goal is study English for 1 hour, your brain resists. But if your goal is open 1 short video and repeat 1 sentence, your brain says, okay.
So momentum begins small.
Always. Motivation follows action, not the other way around.
But there's something else. Fear. Fear of speaking, fear of making mistakes.
Fear of sounding stupid.
Yes, let's be honest, many learners don't practice because they're afraid of embarrassment.
And here's the truth. Mistakes are not proof of failure. They're proof of practice.
Let me tell you something embarrassing. When I first tried to speak English confidently, I mispronounced a very simple word. Everyone laughed.
What did you do?
I wanted to disappear, but later I realized something. Nobody remembered it the next day.
We remember our mistakes longer than other people do.
Exactly. Most people are thinking about themselves, not analyzing your grammar.
And even if someone corrects you, that's feedback, not humiliation.
So fear reduces when exposure increases.
Yes, confidence is not built by waiting. It's built by doing,
Even awkwardly.
especially awkwardly.
Now let's talk about comparison, because comparison destroys confidence quietly.
You see someone online speaking perfect English. You think, I'll never sound like that.
But you don't see their 5 years of practice, their mistakes, their awkward stage.
Comparison focuses on the result, not the process.
And fluency is a process, daily repetition, not overnight magic.
So here's a mindset shift. Instead of asking, why am I not fluent yet? Ask, did I practice today?
That question changes everything.
Because fluency is not built in one big leap. It's built in small steps repeated.
Let's summarize this part. Procrastination stops when starting is small. Fear reduces when exposure increases. Comparison disappears when you focus on your own daily actions.
And momentum grows when habits are simple.
So if you're listening right now and you feel behind or slow or frustrated, remember this. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent.
And consistency begins today, not tomorrow.
Not next Monday.
Today.
But we're not done yet, because there's one more powerful shift that separates average learners from unstoppable ones.
And it's about identity, not strategy, not talent. Identity.
Explain that. What does identity have to do with English?
Everything. Because most learners say, I'm trying to learn English. But unstoppable learners think, I am becoming an English speaker.
That feels different.
It is different. One is temporary. The other is identity.
So when you change identity, your actions change automatically?
Exactly. Let me tell you a story. There was a man who wanted to run a marathon. For years, he said, I want to start running. But he never did.
Because he didn't see himself as a runner.
Yes. Then, one day, he stopped saying, I want to run, and started saying, I am a runner.
Even before the marathon?
Yes. And runners run, even when they're tired, even when it's uncomfortable.
So English works the same way?
If you see yourself as someone who tries sometimes, you try sometimes. But if you see yourself as someone who uses English daily, you practice daily.
So maybe the problem isn't discipline. Maybe it's identity.
Yes, and identity grows through small proof, tiny wins.
Like listening today, shadowing tomorrow, writing tonight.
Exactly. Every small action is a vote for the identity you want.
I love that. A vote.
So instead of asking, when will I be fluent? Ask, what does an English speaker do today?
And then do that small thing.
Exactly.
Now let's talk about environment, because identity grows inside environment.
Yes, your environment is stronger than your motivation.
What does that mean?
If your phone shows English, if your YouTube recommends English, if your notebook has English phrases, English becomes normal.
But if your entire day is your native language, English feels foreign.
Exactly. So we design the environment.
How?
Simple habit stacking. Attach English to something you already do.
Give examples.
You drink coffee every morning? Play a 5-minute English clip. You walk to work? Listen to a short podcast. You scroll before bed? Replace 2 videos with English content.
So you don't create new time, you upgrade existing time.
Exactly. Fluency fits inside life, not outside it.
There was a student who did something simple. Every time she opened Instagram, she watched one English reel first, just one.
That's tiny.
Yes, but after 6 months, she had watched hundreds, repeated phrases, copied tones, without pressure.
That's compounding. Small actions multiplied.
And here's the emotional part. She told us, for the first time, English feels natural.
Natural, not forced.
That's the goal.
So identity plus environment plus repetition creates fluency.
And here's something powerful. You don't need to feel ready. You act and readiness grows.
You don't wait to become confident. You practice and confidence appears.
So if someone listening right now feels stuck, they're not broken. They just need alignment.
Alignment between identity, environment, and daily habits.
In the final part, we're going to bring everything together. Not just habits, not just mindset, but a clear, simple blueprint you can start tomorrow.
And we'll leave you with one powerful question, the question that decides your fluency. But before that, let's bring everything together.
Yes, because now you have the pieces, but pieces alone don't build fluency. Structure does.
So here is your simple blueprint. Not complicated, not overwhelming, simple.
Morning, 10 minutes listening. No pressure to understand everything, just exposure.
Afternoon, 5 minutes shadowing. Copy the rhythm, copy the tone. No translating.
Evening, read aloud for 5 minutes. Slow first, then faster, then with emotion.
Before bed, 3 sentences in English. Simple, honest.
And once a week, record 1 minute of yourself speaking. Not for anyone else, for you.
That's it. Not 3 hours, not a perfect accent, not a miracle course. Daily repetition.
And identity. I am becoming someone who uses English daily.
Because here's the truth. Fluency is not built in one emotional moment. It's built in quiet consistency.
And maybe right now you feel inspired, but inspiration fades. Systems stay.
So here is your challenge. 7 days. Just 7.
Follow this blueprint for 7 days. No excuses, no perfection, just action.
And after 7 days, you will feel different. Not fluent, but stronger, more natural.
Because momentum is addictive. Once you feel progress, you don't want to stop.
And now, here is the powerful question, the one that decides everything.
Are you someone who wants fluency or someone who practices daily?
Because the second person becomes fluent.
And the first person keeps wishing.
So here's your comment task. Write this sentence in the comments. I am becoming an English speaker. Not I want to. I am becoming.
And also tell us, which one habit will you start tomorrow? Listening, shadowing, reading aloud, diary writing.
One habit, one commitment. That's enough.
And if this episode helped you, please like the video, subscribe, and share it with one friend who is learning English. Because if you don't subscribe, I will get a little sad.
And we don't want Lily to be sad.
Exactly. We want Lily happy.
And more importantly, we want you progressing.
Thank you for spending this time with us. You didn't waste it. You invested it in yourself.
And remember, don't just study English, live English. Build it into your identity, brick by brick.
7 days. That's your challenge. We believe in you.
This is Sam.
And Lily.
And you're becoming an English speaker.